If you're just joining this journey without having watched the previous videos, this video series is the story of my overland adventure through Oregon and Washington. Over the span of 2 weeks, I traced approximately 2,600 miles of rugged backcountry roads and remote Pacific Northwest wilderness, living out of my Jeep dispersed camping the entire time. I mostly followed the Oregon and Washington Pacific Crest overland routes, and the Olympic Traverse route. I also deviate from the PCORs and follow a few small sections of the Oregon and Washington backcountry discovery routes at times, since they crisscross each other many times and often follow very similar or identical paths.
Morning. We're up and at 'em. We camped right down around that corner, probably 25-30 yards down the road around that corner. When I got up here last night, there was somebody like right where I'm parked. There was Tacoma with an RTT set up. Let's go look at this lookout tower though. Look at all these flowers growing. We got some purple ones. We got some white ones. We got this lighting. Daisies, I believe. Look at this though. That is quite the view, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can see clear over there. That's I don't know the name of it. Is it Mount Olympus? Has glaciers on it still. Look at all these flowers growing along here. I thought this was a fire watch tower on the map. Usually lookout towers are fire watch towers. Unless this is what this was and they've repurposed it into this platform thing going on. Unless they've just tore down the hut portion of it that's usually right in the middle here. That would make more sense. And left the decking. Look at those views though. Lakes over there. The glaciers. Man, this would have been breathtaking at sunrise for sure because the sun's over there. Sunset too though. I am slightly sad that that guy was here. Good on him though for getting here before me. Getting a dope spot. There is a structure in here. But it is not like a... Oh, that's where a hatch used to be, I bet. I bet they tore the shack up off the top of this concrete part and just put that decking in. Because this door, as you can see, is like a... I'm not sure what that is, but it's not a normal door. It's very mysterious. Spot would have been really nice. Got a table here, all these flowers. We got a toilet that might be a level 5 mop hazard. got a lake, Lake Crescent. We got Salmon Cascade Falls, waterfall number 1. We got some ancient groves, and we got Duc Falls, waterfall number 2. Coming up, first 3 stops, first 4 stops. So off we go. Oh, there's a tree there. It is my birthday today. I am 34. I'm basically a senior citizen. You would think that spending my birthday alone out on a mountain, sleeping on a mountain alone, well, I'm not alone, I have Gabby, would be not ideal, but this is where I'm happiest. This is where my soul is most at peace. Out in the wilderness, away from people, looking at beautiful views and chasing waterfalls. In reality, I couldn't ask for a better place to be than on the Olympic Peninsula, exploring rainforests, climbing mountaintops, and chasing waterfalls. So I just zoomed in with my other camera, and the signs on that one says training room, so that's kitchen, that's training room. That one doesn't have a sign. There's a basketball hoop over there. There's no signage saying what it is. Some sort of garage, sort of storage right here, some sort of garage again here. It's quite obviously this place is abandoned. I just don't know what it is. Very mysterious. There used to be some sort of sign right here, hanging. I'm assuming saying what this was, but it's gone. The mystery continues because there appears to be what looks like an abandoned dog kennel almost. The use of national forest land for this rearing pond is authorized by a USDA Forest Service something. The rest of the sign's gone. Look at the size of these trees. I think these are Sitka spruce. Insane. I wonder how many hundreds or thousands of years this growth has been here. Just the density of this growth on the forest floor is amazing. It's so cool. And it's made it over to this log. Check out this log. It has moss and a little ecosystem growing on it. How cool is that? Look at all those little saplings or bushes of some sort growing on it, all the way down. That is so fascinating. They didn't get the memo apparently that this is not the ground. It is so utterly quiet here too. Like I can hear the sound of that river, and that's about it. Other than that, it's just so quiet because all this moss and stuff just absorbs all of the sound. These trees were thriving before Columbus set sail in 1492. They greeted guests at Solduck Resort in 1912 and stood stately when an Olympic National Park was established in 1938. 750-year-old sentinels. That is fascinating. This place is crazy. Beautiful. That old growth, I wasn't expecting that. I came out this road thinking Duc Falls was going to be the crown jewel. But so far, that old growth trail, we're going to see if Duc Falls can beat it. Because, I don't know, it's a tall order to beat. That was crazy. After much wandering around the parking lot, many loops, we have finally found parking for Duc Falls, clear down here on the road. Probably like a quarter mile down the road, but what can you do? As you can also see, it's quite the vibe, quite the hike though. As far as road walks go, I'm not particularly complaining. Normally not around electric vehicles much until this trip, and I'll tell you, the sound they make sounds like the Jetsons, the cars from the Jetsons. It trips me out every time one comes up behind me. I'm like, what is going on here?
Right, so technically,
Supposed to ride them?
No, they carry.
There was some llama backcountry adventures. Packing back up at the trailhead here, which is very interesting to see. You don't particularly expect to run into a group of llamas at the at any trailhead. We just got done with Duc Falls. That was amazing. This whole Duc Valley here is exquisite. It is 12:53 and I haven't really ate anything besides 2 strawberry strudels this morning. And it is time for my caffeine, afternoon caffeine. So we're gonna bust out a sandwich and a monster here on this tailgate and be on our way. I don't know what's next. I guess we drive by that lake on the way out, so that's next. We have got grilled turkey, bacon, and cheddar pretzel buns. We've got our orange dreamsicle, of course, some strawberry lemonade. Gabby's got her lunch and drink going. And Gabby's having an existential crisis with these flies. She hates flies for some reason. Hates them. Gabby, where are you going? Do you hate the flies, Coops? Those mean old things. This is Morse Creek Overlook. We are on our way to Hurricane Ridge. Climbing up the mountain to Hurricane Ridge and Obstruction Point. We are up at 5,200 feet today, which is, I think, the highest I've been in Washington so far. Maybe. I don't know if Rainier was higher or not, but it feels so much higher than 5,200 feet. 5,200 feet is not high for me. I live higher than this elevation, but this feels like 12,000 feet. It's kind of crazy. So we just went to the Hurricane Ridge trailhead. I started to hike out there. I probably went like 100 yards and decided to turn around. Because honestly, I'm not particularly in the mood to hike 3-something miles right now. And although these views are absolutely breathtaking, these are alpine, 100% alpine mountain views, which I can very easily get at home in my backyard. So we are going to continue on to Obstruction Point, which I think is an actual dirt road here. I don't think it's technical at all, but it's at least a dirt road, which is cool. Said it's an 8-mile, the sign back there said it's an 8-mile, windy, narrow, unpaved road. Not suitable for trailers or RVs, so. It's really too bad this particular road is in the national park here, because this would be absolutely spectacular drone footage. It like follows a ridge line the whole way, so I would be out of tree cover, and views on both sides would be spectacular. I was not expecting to get alpine views like this on the Olympic Peninsula portion of my trip. This reminds me of Colorado. You know what I mean? I ended up spending quite a bit of time at Obstruction Point. That place was awesome for sunset, with the alpenglow and the golden light on the drive out was absolutely fantastic, like breathtaking. So it's like 8:37 now. We are heading down. There's a campground right at the bottom here called Heart o' the Hills. Heart o' the Hills campground. And it's apparently first come first serve, Forest Service campground. So I'm going to see if there's any sites available there, just because it's already 8:37, and yeah, I just don't want to wander around. I'm not particularly in the mood to be wandering around looking for a random Forest Service road. Yeah, it is Friday night, so chances are there probably won't be anything available this late in the day, but we can try. One thing I have noticed about Oregon, and especially Washington, a lot of their backcountry is backpacking only. Backpacking and hiking. They have so much more hiking and especially backpacking. Like backpacking, backcountry campsites that are just marked on the map. So many of them everywhere, with no vehicle roads able to get even close. Most of Utah, you can generally drive everywhere you can backpack, really. Like, to some degree, you can get in the same general area of most places you can backpack with a vehicle, if you have a capable enough vehicle. Here in Washington, I've noticed there's an absolute ton of established trails and backpacking and backcountry sites. You could spend forever backpacking here. Forever. And still not do it all.
There was indeed not any sites available at said campground. I hadn't even realized it was a Friday night until I was almost down the mountain towards that campground. I ended up spending almost 2 hours going up random roads searching for a suitable site for the night. I kind of found one here, but then I didn't really like it because there was trash everywhere, bullet casings everywhere, broken glass everywhere. So I continued on. I ended up driving quite a while before finding a campsite this night.
We're finally at camp at 10:34. One thing I've learned from this trip is I absolutely despise weekends. Friday, Saturday night is a shit show. Around every little crevice, every little pull off that's more than like 5 feet off the road, there's a car. There's somebody sleeping, camping in their car. It's crazy. I just drove so far to find this little spot right off the road, and there's somebody up here running a generator in here with dogs barking. But it is what it is. I'm gonna make ramen noodles, I think. Something quick. I'm tired. I'm annoyed. And go to sleep. And then start tomorrow anew. I think this is going to be my last night on the Olympic Peninsula. Sadly. Which I'm really sad about. In theory, this will be my last night. In theory.
Special thanks to the Overland Trail Guides team and contributors, and the Backcountry Discovery Routes team and contributors for curating and providing these incredible routes, and providing access to the incredible wealth of knowledge that they do in regards to these routes. Without them, creating a route like this trip from scratch would be incredibly time consuming.